ओके गाइस, नमस्कार भाई लोग। आई होप एवरीबडी इज डूइंग ग्रेट, थिंग्स आर सुपर अमेजिंग। मैंने कैमरा कनेक्ट करके रखा है, बट देन आई डिसाइडेड दैट आई डोंट वांट टू यूज द कैमरा। मैं जब 50 चीजें सेटअप करो एंड देन सो या आई डिसाइडेड नॉट टू यूज द कैमरा। मैकबुक का कैमरा जिंदाबाद। ओके, सो वी आर हैविंग कमेंट्स आ रही है, एक सेकेंड। नमस्ते नमस्ते माय फ्रेंड, I'm doing super amazing, could not be doing better. Yeah, actually. So yeah, okay. What's the call about? Today we are having someone named Apoorva. मैं कुछ नया ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. We're trying. If I have to explain one line, what is it? It's called. It's Shark Tank. Shark Tank देखा है सबने? है ना? I hope everybody has seen Shark Tank. So this is Shark Tank for job seekers. We are replacing startups with job seekers and judges with the hiring manager. So job seekers will come on board, come on the stage. I'll invite them one by one. I have already shortlisted them. वो मैं अपने साइड से कर रहा हूँ, मैंने प्री फिल्टर कर रखे हैं जॉब ओपनिंग के रिगार्डिंग. They'll come on the stage, they'll present themselves in front of the hiring manager, pitch themselves, to be precise. They'll pitch themselves to the hiring manager. For this episode, I've not limited the pitching part to, like, in a limited time. ऐसा नहीं रखा है कि 30 सेकंड में अपने आप को पिच करो तभी तुम you'll be qualified or something like that. I've not done that yet, but I'm planning to. So yeah, we have like five six candidates. They'll be pitching themselves, competing with each other for something called as sales account executive role that Apoorva is hiring for. Apoorva is the hiring manager. So we'll be having Apoorva in a moment. I will, invite her right now on the channel. Just give her like 2 to 5 more minutes. Yeah. In the first phase, we will be trying to understand how does Apoorva hire, things about her life, what's the role about, what are the expectations, and the fun part, paisa. We'll also try to, make this as vulnerable, open, transparent conversation. चाय पे बैठ के जैसे बात करते हैं ना, we'll try to keep it that way, and we'll try to open up this conversation and drive it very naturally, just the way that दो दोस्त बैठ के बात करते हैं ना, वैसे अपने ट्राई करेंगे. And we'll try to understand everything about the opportunity in the first phase, and then in the next phase we'll invite candidates, ठीक है, for them to pitch themselves. तो candidates को भी they'll get a brief context and overview of what the hiring manager is, what the position, about the hiring manager and everything. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be inviting Apoorva. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. मैंने कुछ भी प्रिपेयर करके नहीं रखा है, ठीक है, so that I'm also inviting candidates, inviting people and the guest manually, just to make this look real, ठीक है. अपने इंडियन आइडल जैसा नहीं करना है, ठीक है. डांस इंडियन आइडल जैसा कि बोलने के लिए रियलिटी शो है, बट देयर इज नो फकिंग रियलिटी इन दैट रियलिटी शो. दिस इज लाइक अ smaller version of a real reality show. Hopefully, if people like it, I'm planning to make this lot, launch this on a larger scale, much larger scale. ठीक है. So yeah, I've invited Apoorva. We are waiting for Apoorva. WhatsApp कर देते हैं. ठीक है. Yeah, she's ready. She'll be coming any moment now. She'll be joining any moment. So yeah, for the folks who have been asking that, um, should we, attend the session? Should we wait? Why should we do that? The reason you should attend this live session, the primary reason is, we'll be uncovering how Apoorva performs the hire, everything about Apoorva's life, giving you some context about the role, about the opportunity, about the company that she's hiring for, and everything possibly regarding the compensation. So my questions will revolve around that. That's why it is very crucial for everyone who is trying to pitch themselves to attend the first phase. Yeah. So देखते रहो, सुनो, समझो, and then pitch yourself. I hope everybody has prepared their pitch for Apoorva. Yeah. If not, try to do it like just a few, um, pointers to share. ठीक है. Make your pitch as short as possible, less than 1 minute ideally. Try to highlight your achievements. अगर ऐसा कुछ है कि तुमने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट या ऐसा कुछ बहुत बड़ा क्लाइंट या डील क्लोज किया है, ट्राई टू हाईलाइट दैट. The sooner you are able to make an impression, the faster you can do it, the better you can do it, the better. Yeah, you'll have a good chance of landing this job. और ऐसा नहीं है, we are not faking anything here. Okay, Apoorva is here. I'll be inviting her in a moment, but we are not faking anything here. ठीक है, this is a real reality show. Apoorva will be taking, and Apoorva, will be saying, accepting or rejecting the candidates here on this call itself. And, whoever gets a yes or whoever gets accepted will be actually taken forward to the further rounds of interview with Apoorva. So, welcome, Apoorva. I will get her on stage now.
Hey, hi Akshay, hi.
Apoorva, hi, how are you? कैसे हो?
I'm good, I'm good. How are you, Akshay?
Doing super amazing. Could not be better. I actually
Great.
could not be better. Yeah, this is perfect for me. Okay,
Nice.
great, 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 great. Okay, Apoorva, we'll a few disclaimers. अपने इसको we'll keep this like a actual conversation over a chai. I'll ask a few very vulnerable, honest questions, जैसे कि दो दोस्त चाय पे बैठ के एक दूसरे से बात करते हैं. We'll do exactly that to actually know Apoorva as a person, who Apoorva is. To do that, we need to be vulnerable.
Oh,
To be vulnerable, we'll need like a cup of chai. So मैंने
I
तुमको
already have a cup of
I
chai. You just get this.
ओ,
Yes.
अभी मैं
I was
जस्ट
just
वही
having
बोलने
a.
वाला था.
I
अभी
was
इधर गले पे. हाँ, I was just about to say that I did not inform you about having a cup of chai, getting a cup of chai over this conversation, but you already did. So wow,
I read your mind actually, yeah.
amazing. That's why you're a recruiter, na? Yeah, you're a hiring manager. Of course, you have that superpower. Cool, cool, cool,
Yes.
cool, cool. Amazing. Um, okay. I was about to say something, but I forgot. Anyways, ठीक है, Apoorva. Thank you so much for making the time. Thank you so much for joining. We have, people uh, who would love to know and learn about you.
Sure.
Where should I start? Okay. Talk to me. about who is Apoorva. Apoorva as a person. Apoorva कौन है? If you have to, after like 30, sorry, not 30, 20, 25 years of life, I don't know, I'm speculating,
Okay.
but after 20, 25 years of yeah, knowing yourself, if you have to describe who is Apoorva,
Hmm.
um, to
Okay.
a
Great.
to someone who don't know you, but you'll have to be vulnerable in order to actually honestly describe yourself. So who is Apoorva? Tell us.
Okay. So I've never thought about it, to be very honest. I've never given that retrospect who Apoorva is. But I think I
Thank
will do
you.
it today. So thanks, Akshay.
I'll
Uh,
consider this as a good question. Yeah, ठीक है, तो
Of
अच्छा question था,
course, it
ठीक है.
is a lovely question. Okay, so
Go
I
ahead.
would say, if somebody who doesn't know me, it's little hard to know me first. I'm not a very extrovert person, though my job is around that. I talk to a thing almost like 10, 15 people bare minimum. Even we are not actively recruiting in a day. That's my frequency to talk to people. But still, I would say I'm not a complete extrovert, right? So it's
Okay.
little opposite to what I do, right? But I would say somebody, if somebody wants to know me, they should know me as somebody who's very passionate but whatever she is doing, right? Because I have done a couple of uh, things in my career, and
Hmm.
all of them are very different from each other, and I'm passionate about what I do, right? Because I'm also in my journey to get to know more things, to explore more things, just starting off with corporate, almost 3 years, 4 years on the line, but I think a lot more to go. So whatever I do with a lot of passion, right? If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. That's the thing for me. If I don't want to do this particular aspect, I would straight away say no, I don't want to do it, or maybe I would just try to, mellow it down. But first is
हाँ
passion.
मतलब, yeah, I get it. Something like choosing a job for yourself. If even if
Yeah.
somebody is paying you like a crore rupee salary, you will not accept it because you just don't like it.
I'm
So
allowed that,
हाँ.
but okay. I will say yes to that.
हाँ मतलब ये तो एग्जाम्पल था. 5 करोड़ रुपए
Yeah,
देंगे तो
yeah,
मैं.
got the context though. Yeah.
हाँ, so फिर.
So, of course, somebody who's very passionate about what they do, and I would say if somebody really wants me to get me to remember, just remember me being kind as a human. So, these two things, passionate and kind.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Super amazing. What do you do apart from recruitment? Just just to give you some context, whenever
Mm-hmm.
you are not recruiting or just doing your 9 to 5, where do you spend most of your time? Um, yeah,
Okay.
what do you like to do?
On my couch, that's the first answer. Just
Okay,
laying down on my
cool.
couch. Because sometimes it gets so overwhelming for me. So, of
Hmm.
course, this thing is there. But yeah, that's a joke. But apart from that, I really, really like to learn more about other stuff. Right now, I'm trying to understand how all this AI and product side is working. So, I'm getting a little bit
Okay.
of exploration there. I was trying to talk to my friends who are doing startups, who are into all of these new things in product in AI in journal. So I want to see how I can, be a good explorer there, learn about how everything the startup works. I'm crazy about how a person who knows nothing can build a 1,000 crore company, a startup basically. So I have a lot of
Okay.
interest there. Second would be podcast. I'm not a very, very big fan of all the podcasts, but I like it. Yeah. I like to listen to podcasts, and I have no choice, particular favorite people there. Any random thing which I really like is interesting to me. I think I will watch it for an hour or two. So, podcast is one thing, and talking to my friends who are doing some interesting stuff, and basically networking, I would say, within my friends who are part of startups, basically. So these two things I really, really
Hmm.
like doing here.
किस टाइप के पॉडकास्ट? आई मीन, व्हाट्स द जॉनर? बहुत सारे हैं लाइक,
Yeah.
अभी उसके
No
मीम्स बहुत
genre
बनते
as I told you. Yeah. But okay. It could be anything actually. It sometimes it's historical, right? Somebody
ठीक है.
like Ranveer Labadia, and sometimes business talks that
वो
uh,
बंदा. Do you actually listen to Ranveer? Fucking, I mean, अरे
I'm
यार.
not a fan. I've listened to
हाँ, no,
his
no,
previous
not fan.
podcast. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Like previous one, he
I
was
think,
initially doing good. Now he has saturated it. So yeah, but yeah, he has built a company out of it. So kudos to him. But yeah, it's he is something I used to listen. Apart from that, I think I'm missing out the name. Shamim, right? Raj Shamim,
Rachamani,
right? Raj Shamani,
Rachamani,
sorry. Yeah, yeah. Some of the conversation that he do with business people, it's crazy. And he recently did
Rachamani is good.
a conversation with one of the founders in USA, Indian founders. So that was really amazing. And some other podcasts also,
हाँ,
random ones also. Yeah.
yeah, Satya Nadella वाला episode, Nadella नहीं, Satya,
Yeah, that
Satya वाला
one.
episode,
Yeah.
वो देखना,
It
हाँ
was
वो
really
अच्छा.
nice. Yeah.
I'm a big, I'm a huge consumer of podcasts. My
I
favorite
know
one
that.
is the Diary of of a CEO.
Great.
Amazing guy. Yeah, but yeah, conversation for different call. ठीक है. Uh, I'll start talking about podcasts, and then this will go like 8 9 p.m. I know you need to. Yeah. Okay. Cool. ठीक है. We would love to know about what kind of position you're hiring for. I know already enterprise A तो हम we already know, but apart from that, have we made, even before jumping out to the openings and opportunities, talk to
Hmm.
us about your you know how do you make a decision if you need to move forward with a candidate or not, um,
Hmm.
from your years of experience. What is that thing that you look for? And if somebody has to like impress you as a candidate in like 30 seconds, what is it that you look for in that type of candidate?
Okay. I would say lovely question. I've been into this industry for almost 3 to 4 years, and
Yeah,
luckily I've been part of startups since day one, and always a better startup in my next opportunity. So
yeah,
I understand how B2B startup really works. So I have really understanding of that, and it's very different from how B2C works or D2C works, right? So,
sure.
and the seriousness here, I can definitely say is larger because it's the ticket size, the size of business, everything is comparatively larger. Everything, right?
Yeah.
So, in 30 seconds, if somebody has to impress me as a recruiter, they have to tell me about themselves. Firstly and foremost, I see is honesty, how honest they are, but they are trying to translate to me. Of course, whenever as a recruiter, I take a look, I know the resume, I know the history, I know the LinkedIn they have worked for, all
Sure.
the details. So I know where they can go wrong, right? So that's how I understand things. And if the person is not honest, if he's just saying random stuff, and I got to understand it's fishy. So first thing is honesty, how honest he is with his work experience, and
Okay.
he should not say yes to all the questions I ask. If I ask him one particular question about my company, this is, have you worked for this? And the person say, yes, I have. Another one, yes. So that's a red flag. So that is how you gauge honesty there, right? You can't do anything and
Hmm.
everything. And if a person is honest about it, I think that's the key.
Yeah, but Apurva, I mean, coming back to the 30-second question, identifying a, yeah, like honesty and everything, people, I mean, would still, it'll be very difficult to compile something in 30 seconds and then share that with you, and then making a decision on whether this is he's honest or not. Like if somebody has to you know blow your mind, like this is the perfect candidate, I think, within 30 seconds, is there something, I mean, First of all, is it even possible over a 30-second pitch or uh, something of that sort to, for you to make a
Hmm.
decision, or
Okay.
for somebody to impress you as a candidate?
Okay. Not really,
Has
because
have you ever have Yeah, okay, not 30 seconds, maybe 3 minutes or something, but have you ever
hmm,
uh, you know came across some candidate that just came in, and just from the vibe of them, you felt like this is already a yes? I know you recruiters get that first opinion in like first couple of minutes
hmm,
only. So what is it that these guys have?
okay, got it. I think that's a better question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, we have definitely a instinct, and it's not something which you can just do, because as a recruiters, you talk to daily to people, right? So you have,
Hmm.
I would say, evolved this process by talking to like at least 1,000 candidates in 3 years, right? So that's how
Sure.
you get to know the instinct is right or not. Talking about somebody who is pitching me out and I'm having a conversation, so I will tell you how it works for me, right? It might be different for everybody, every organization, every recruiter works in a very different mind state. I will tell you mine. So, for example, I want to take an example so that people can understand better. I will take a very common example of marketing, right? So, for example, somebody is applying for a marketing role, right? So, firstly, I will try to understand what he has done, the past experience, and first, is it relevant to us or not? The most important, right?
Okay.
That is important. Second, um, what kind of industry the person is from, right? Because in B2B, especially in my case, which is a Gen AI startup, we can't bring
Hmm.
in a B2C person. It's very, very different. You can't eventually ask them to, do your best and give your best. It's unfair to them and it's unfair to us. So for our industry, you have to have like relevant experience, relevant industry. Second, the kind of role you have done in startups, most of the time you will find we want people who are an individual contributor, right? Even after 5 years of
Yes,
experience,
for sure.
we want somebody who has, okay, handle a team, it's great, but you should be individually contributing to the success of your department. So that is third, individually contributing to whatever you're doing. It might be marketing, sales, development, anything and everything. We can't have a person at basically the stage we are at. We can't have a person who is a head of I would say marketing at one place, and is not an individual contributor. So that is a very big important aspect, and a lot of people get reject there, because they have developed that over the years, but it's
For
difficult for
sure.
them to come here and do an individual contributor role. Third is that.
Hmm.
Fourth is how culturally they can be good to us. That's a
Yeah.
vibe check, I would say. All of these are factual. Fourth one is a culture fit, because I understand the culture that we have in and the kind of vision my founder has it. So how are they
Sure.
aligning to the vision of my founder and the company that we're building, right? And if or she is not a good team player, though an individual contributor, and is not able to fit in with the team, it will be little difficult to work for them and work also for us to work with them, right? So I would say
Sure.
it's just gauging the how dedicatedly they have been working the team work, how good they are as a team player in journal, and how
Hmm.
culturally they are good. Communication being, of course, I don't have to point it out, communication is also very, very important, right?
Sure.
For developers it is not. Just telling it out there.
I
For
know. Yeah,
developers
I know. I know.
it's exception, so we understand these guys are shy, so yeah.
Yeah.
uh, but
Yeah.
customer facing, we need good
Of
communications.
course.
And lastly, I would say how interested they are with a company they are applying for. I do
Hmm.
understand a candidate apply at multiple places. It's very good, it's very fair. But whenever you're going to an interview, we want to see how much you have read about us, any basic idea what we have done, and
Of
why you
course.
want to
Yeah.
be with Troop. So these are the very
Hmm.
basic one, but most of the people get rejected at one stage. So I would say these
Putting,
five, six things.
yeah,
Little
for sure.
efforts to look
Putting in
about
the
us.
research. Yeah. Putting in the research, putting in the little bit of effort, tiny bit of effort, and
Right.
um, yeah, working on your overall personality to be presentable as honestly as possible to the recruiter.
True, true.
A lot of people face this issue that they have like they're not able to open up, they're not able to be vulnerable and honest because they have varied experiences on their resume. For example, if somebody is applying for sales, but he has
Okay.
also been in like as a virtual assistant, also worked as social media manager. Of course, life can happen to anyone, and
True.
at certain point you need to grab anything that can pay you, and that can pay
Right.
your bills. So people might have taken up these opportunities and something, and they have varied experiences. Sometimes they also would have gaps in their resume, especially
Mm-hmm.
with startups. Apurva, since you have worked with
Hmm.
startups primarily, uh, tell me what's your take on gaps and varied experiences, um, as compared to you know is there any relation that startups and hiring managers in startups look for, uh, if
Okay.
somebody is like highly skilled but has varied experiences? Would you still take a look and consider that? What is your take on it? Yeah.
Okay, great question. Okay, there are a couple of theories around it. I will tell you the one that we have been following. Personally, me,
Sure.
see, I come
Okay.
from a varied experience myself, right? Though I've been into
Likewise.
recruitment, yeah, see, I've been into recruitment since a couple of years, but I've done a lot of more things, right? So, as a personal
Sure.
perspective, I do understand a person should explore, right? It's all
Hmm.
about how smartly you put it. That's it, right? You can't say that I was exploring this and this and this. You should have a very smart answer about it, right? You could just say,
Yeah.
for example, I think you gave me for example, let me take my experience. I come from chemistry and I started as content, right? In college I would study
Okay.
content, and then I did a team building
ठीक
there.
है.
And eventually when I started in corporate, I started from recruitment. So I should smartly answer it, key the kind of work I did, how is it helping me now, right? So it can be through any
Hmm.
way. It could be like the soft skills I gained from that experience, or it could be like the technical skills I have gained from that experience, right? So you have to be
Hmm.
very smart about it. It's very okay and very fair to have varied experience, no issues in that,
Yeah,
right? It's all
I
about how
get it.
smartly you have to answer that. Secondly, gap year, I would say. We all know that market has been tough for almost everybody since couple of years, and it's very
Sure.
fair to have a gap year. Even though if it's not that, the reason is not that, you can definitely tell your side of it, and the recruiter is a human too. And if he or she is empathetic enough, they will definitely understand, right? What is a genuine
Get
reason.
it.
But you don't
Sure.
have to just say, I went for a vacation, I was not in the mood to work. It's not that, right? You have to give a very very valid reason. It could be a family reason or
Sure.
personal reason. You are not getting a job, you were laid off. All of this is fine, but you have to honestly and smartly put it off. So I would say no
Perfect.
problem, no problem at all with these things, but you should know how to answer the questions to the recruiter.
Okay. Now I have a validation from the recruiter itself. I teach this exact same thing how to whoever I coach personally. One, no, this is not an advertisement, but I teach this exact same thing, and I have done that in my resume as well, in my profile as well. That I've been somewhat similar to sales role, but the title may differ, and if you put that title, it will sound like you have done completely something completely different from sales. But if you just put it something that is relevant to that function, job function, sales, for in my case, then yeah. uh, so yeah, झूठ नहीं बोलना है, but you know
Smartly handle करना है.
स्मार्टली इस तरीके से हाँ हैंडल करना है, इसको बोलना है, so that yeah. Good. Okay, we have a perspective. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Apurva. Okay, coming to the fun part that people have been waiting. Um, Tell us about what roles you're hiring for. And before you do that, tell us a little bit about the company you're hiring for.
Cool. So basically, right now I'm working for a Gen AI startup. So it's around AI support automation. and chatbot solution for mid and large enterprise in USA. And we cater to three aspects. One is IT support, customer success support, and the HR support. So these are the three use cases that we cater to.
Sorry to interrupt, Abura. Do you custom build softwares for them just to dive deep into what the company does,
Yes.
or do you already
Yes.
have products and you sell those products, or how does
Okay.
it work?
So basically, we are a B2B tech startup. We have our own product, and through that,
Okay.
we sell it as a SaaS product, right? We custom tailor it
Hmm.
for the needs of all the enterprises that require that. Yeah.
Perfect. TK. And then the industries are you're saying customer support. What else?
HR support, customer success, and IT support automation.
Got it. Got it. How long have you been there with the company?
Here I've been almost 1.5 years now. Yeah.
Got it. And what's your primary roles here, responsibilities?
I have two major roles here. One is, of course, recruitment.
Yeah.
I did team building for them. And when we started, it was couple of folks, and now we are almost double of that. So team building being one, and second, I'm trying to build a community around Gen AI about a support automation. Yeah.
Okay. To understand better, you're trying to build a community
Hmm.
around the product, around Gen AI
No.
in
Okay.
general.
Let me just explain it because it
So
might be
yeah,
relevant
yeah,
to a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, basically, what we are trying to build is the name of the community is um, Support Shift Community. We are just starting off, right? We have been
Cool.
doing couple of events in which we are inviting experts from Gen AI, from AI, from service agents, agentic AI,
Mhm.
which is a new buzzword. So it's
Oh yeah.
all about that. Yeah. So it's all about that. So we are inviting people and experts, and we are trying to conduct events, trying to give some kind of knowledge to the people who attended. Now we're transforming it into a community where people can come and can learn and upskill how to use AI in the right manner in their workspace
Ah,
and don't get replaced with AI. So that's the crux of the community. Don't want
perfect.
people to feel afraid that AI will take their jobs, but we just want to feel them confident that you can use AI and make your job efficient and productive enough that you don't lose it. So that's the
Of
basic
course.
crux of
Yeah.
the community. Yeah.
Totally makes sense. Is it paid community
No,
for
no,
now?
no, not at all.
Okay.
It's a free
Got it.
community. If you want, I will definitely can share the link where people can come up and join. We're into customer success, on IT support, HR support, sales role
Okay.
also. So they can come up and join the community. We will try to give them with the best value.
Can you
So,
share it in the StreamYard
uh,
chat here?
sure,
I'm not
just give
sure.
me a minute. Yeah, let me do that for you.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
We have folks waiting and they can maybe, you know,
Okay.
utilize that.
1 second.
एक सेकंड ना पीसी चार्ज में लगा दूंगा जस्ट अ सेकंड
Okay. I'm just trying to see if we can do it right away.
Sure. If you can, that's
Okay.
good.
I can. Just give me a second.
No worries. Okay, guys, by the time Apoorva shares it, if you have any questions for Apoorva and you want me to cover
Yeah,
that,
please.
feel
Yeah.
free to, yeah, type that in the comments. Thank you, Kamal.
Cool, I got the link. Just
Perfect.
sharing it. I hope you got that right.
No, I did not. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Perfect.
Cool, you guys can check it out from there.
My bad. Here. अरे यार पर ये नहीं होगा ठीक है कोई बात नहीं
No
you
worries, I
can
will reshare
find it
it.
हाँ you
Hmm.
can find it
No
maybe in
LinkedIn.
the YouTube comment section yeah this will be posted in the YouTube comment section okay no worries Apoorva ठीक है give us a sense of your journey so far with this company Trooper um,
Okay.
how do you culturally ठीक है so because you know finding a good cultural fit for a lot of people here would be very important if you can give a sense of like very honestly what are the things you like and what are the things you don't like working here so far.
Okay. Um, of course, there are a couple of things which I really, really love, right? So basically, the kind of culture it has, it's a remote, right, culture here. And I'm very happy that people still are growing. The company has grown immensely, right? Before
Hmm.
me also joining. So that's very important. I think that's a myth for a lot of Indian companies, especially that you need to go to office to work, right? Otherwise,
Hmm.
employees don't take you seriously. So I think that's pretty amazing. A lot of people need to be with their family with at their hometown and still work, right? And I think that's a very important example that we need to set. So first is that how good people are connected. I never see a communication gap even though we are working remotely, so very good in that way. Second, I would say the kind of leadership we have here, right, it's pretty
Yeah.
amazing here. So that's pretty
Okay.
nice. Just a second. Yeah. So second is that the leadership. Third, I would say the kind of work it's very new. It's in terms of like what's exactly blowing the internet, blowing the world right now. The kind of concept
Hmm.
here, the vision of the company in general and the product is pretty amazing. Culturally, I would say people are knitted together. They're from diverse cities around India, right? But still, they have a strong culture connection. Everybody understand that what are my strength, what I can put up to. They come to me when they need me. Go to them when
Hmm.
I need them, right? So there's no barrier as such. It's very collaborative, I would say. So that is fourth. um Fifth, I would say that the kind of things we're trying to explore, right? The community part, the I would say product wise, we are evolving day by day. So that is something very important in a company, that you need to evolve with time, right? So these are the four five things I really like. Nothing bad as such, but of course it's a startup, it's early, it's startup, so you just need to be on your toes. So that's it.
Yeah. um, ठीक है ये सब तो जनरल चीजें हो गई यार तुमने मतलब जो लाइक यू नो दिस लाइक वेरी generalized version
Okay.
what like how does it feel to work with let's say your immediate supervisor is do you have you ever faced something like micromanagement have you ever faced um, you know influence regarding making any decision or something of that sort every organization has something you know negative I'm not trying to
No,
uncover
I got the
anything that's
point.
not there but yeah if
Mhm.
yeah every organization has something
Okay.
so yeah
See, personally, I would vouch for it. See, of course, every
okay
company has its own pros and cons, but
Sure.
definitely, I'm a very person that try to give my best in any organization. I directly
Mm.
report to the founder. So my current like direct supervisor is my founder, and in all my startups, luckily, I have very closely worked with the founders. So it comes with a lot of pros and it comes with a few cons, right? So I will discuss that
Yeah, of
also.
course.
I would say pros is that you get to know what exactly he is thinking about in terms of the vision of the company. You can directly ask him questions. Like, you know, what exactly
Okay.
are we doing? What the product will look like after 3 months? What will be the hiring looking like? What are the sales marketing we are doing? So you can have very direct conversation with the founder. So first is very
Acha.
important, which is a gap, right? A lot of people who are associated or starting off, they don't have a very direct conversation with the leadership. So that is
For
not
sure.
for me in the case. I can directly have that conversation with them. Second is, especially for me here, I am able to pick up anything I want, right? For example, if I want to work around product or marketing, I'm able to create some document, so I can do that. The
Mhm.
kind of exploration sense I get here, um, or any on all the startups, I would personally say this, I have never get that in like I would never have gotten that in corporates. There's a streamlined process, right? You need to follow this,
Okay.
you need to this do this. There's template for everything and anything, you have to follow that, right? So that is second,
Mm.
exploring other domains apart from my hiring or recruitment or community, right? Third would be uh, like trying to understand what we can do better directly with the leadership, right? And it
Mm.
eliminates the time. We don't have to like bring in all the people and discuss, okay, this is not working out, you know what's not working out, right? In the company,
Yeah.
for the vision, right? So that is a direct conversation. One con I think is when you work with founder is time, because they are the one, especially in early age startups, you don't get time from them. You have to figure out a lot of things by yourself. So I would think that is the only one uh like thing that I would say. It's something that on that con part, that getting their time, because they're everywhere. They need to take care of sales, marketing, clients and everything, and you need to be behind them to get things sorted sometimes. So time is something you need to be like little worried about when you work with the
Literally,
founders.
yeah, literally the case with every single startup that you happen to work with. That's literally the case. I've
Same,
recently
yeah.
worked with someone which was he was very well known in the industry. He was like an yeah, he was very well known. So we were supposed to have bi-weekly calls, but in 2 months we were able to connect once in like 45 to 60 days. And every single
Hmm.
time he would say, Akshay, I'm really sorry, I'm occupied with something else. And
It
मेरे को अच्छा
happens.
लगता था वैसे, ठीक है चलो आज कॉल नहीं होगा मजा आएगा. But then again, sometimes I have things to discuss, but so yeah, I totally
Right,
agree.
right.
Amazing, that totally give us a lot of sense. ठीक है. Okay, what are the perks that you get, or anyone who joins in, what are the perks that officially people gets as an employee? Insurance ho gaya, offsites ho gaya, is there anything as such? I know, I understand startup hai, so things might not have been streamlined yet, it might take some time,
Hmm.
but again, what is it that's already there in the plate
Okay.
apart from the salary?
Actually, it depends a lot company to company. For example, in my previous company, they were an Indian entity, so they used to have all of this HRA,
Okay.
everything and all. But for here, we are a US registered company. So
Yeah.
we it's basically we don't have the employee benefits. First thing is that you get a lot of things in hand, not a lot of
Hmm.
reductions. The best part, I love it. So
Yeah,
first,
I love it.
that, um, first is
We'll
that.
we'll come to that. Yeah, go ahead.
Second,
Sorry.
second, I would say here is that flexibility, because it's
Okay.
remote, right? And third is unlimited sick leaves. So that I
Okay.
love
Yeah, and there is no, no software or anything that measures like kitna leave liya and time
Nothing.
tracking ये सब. Yeah, yeah. Perfect,
We
perfect.
don't believe
Love
in
it.
that yet.
Yeah, you never should. I hope you never do. Okay, good. About the in hand. Um, I know it's difficult to get a sense of how what exactly uh, a candidate receives and you pay and everything. Can you help us understand, like, specifically for us? Let's say we are we're hiring for sales roles. For a sales role, um, what's the range that's typically designed? This will not hamper or impact the applications or anything as such,
Uh-huh. Of course.
but of course that totally depends on the skills and everything. But um, typically, for let's say you find like a perfect candidate that's aligned in every aspect, that experiences, अच्छा बोलता है, must communicate करता है, बेचता भी गजब है, all of that. So उसको, like, from your perspective, company कितना देने को एग्री कर सकती है, minimum, and then the maximum.
Okay. I will not talk about specifically here, right? I will tell you about
Yeah,
startups I've worked on in journal because it's a common thing in startups, right? So I will give you a number range there. Let's
uh,
start.
if you can give us a range with this company, startups का तो like everybody can,
Okay,
Glassdoor
let
pay
me
everything.
let me
Yeah,
do that. Yeah, it's very
try,
common to
yeah,
be honest
just a range.
because I
Ah, sure.
previously worked for previous startup. It was similar there also. In here,
For
I
sure.
would say, of course, it depends on various factors, right? First and
Yeah.
foremost is your past experience. Is it similar to what we have been doing, like the chatbot and the that space? Second
Okay.
major would be your years of experience, right? How much
Okay.
years of experience you have, and third, somewhat or the there, it does matter how much you were making in the last company. It's a hard truth, but it does matter because we are able to gauge what's happening in the market, right? Because we can't give you an abrupt number, a lower number, or a higher number, but we need to understand what exactly your history has been, where you started, and all of it. It gives us a sense of what's happening in the market also. So these are the two, three factors we take account. But for example, if it's 3 years of experience profile,
Hmm.
I won't go to
Yeah.
enterprise role because it's very hyping role, right? Because
Yeah.
you want to like go there, or you want me to answer the sales uh, profile in journal?
For the enterprise role, for
Okay,
this
for the
particular role, yeah, yeah,
okay
yeah.
enterprise role, as told you, it really matters the experience you have,
Just
right?
a very rough range.
I'm
We
telling you.
don't. हाँ हाँ
We can
पक्का.
start from around like around 12 LP, and it's almost in hand here. So we do consider all of that factors. It can start around 12 minimum, right? And
Okay.
can go till maybe I would say 18. Yeah, 18, and it can even go
Okay.
further also if if the person is already making a certain amount, and if it's very good we can extend the numbers to 20 or maybe more if required, but mostly the ballpark number is 12 to 18, which is a very fair number. And incentives also, how much you close.
Perfect. Yeah. That's including the base and
It's all
the
base, the
variables.
number I told you, it's all
It's a
base.
base. Okay.
And incentives we can
Cool.
top off according to the rounds that goes right, how much you perform in the rounds, the kind of conversation we have with you. So that's how it goes.
Thank you so much. This was yeah, this was very 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 helpful. And इससे ज़्यादा अपने को अंदर जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. People can,
Okay,
you
great.
can, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And we're open to numbers. I will also tell you this. For example, uh,
of course.
if you're hiring for a very critical role, and A being one, because we as a startup we don't hire multiple roles, multiple positions for these big roles. So it's mostly one
Of
or
course.
max two people. So if a
Yeah.
person is really, really good and he has a tremendous amount of work, we are always open to stuff because there's a biggest ballpark. We can't go like
Ah,
30, 40, 50. But if person is
of
making
course.
a number, and he's really really good, and we can definitely work around the numbers. It's never been very
Sure.
strict to us, like 15 LPA तो 15 से एक रुपया ऊपर नहीं देंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to be flexible from both the ends.
ऑफ
So
कोर्स
we
यार, अब
we respect
पैसे का
talent. हाँ.
टोटली आई
Yeah.
अंडरस्टूड, आई गॉट योर पॉइंट. पैसे का वैसा भी नहीं है कि इट्स जस्ट मनी दैट वी आर थ्राइविंग फॉर. अभी तुम
Right, right.
कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ज्वाइन कर लो जो तुम्हें 50 लाख रुपए पे करता है, 2 महीने, you work for there for like 2 months and you don't like it, and then you leave the job, then how much you made. So versus some stable organization that pays you like 15-20 lakhs, and then you can work there for 5 years, that is much more
Much
in
better.
terms
Yeah.
of learnings, finance, everything. So we are looking for something, yeah, we should look for something that's culturally aligned and everything. So yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Apura. Okay, about the role that you are hiring for, um,
Hmm.
what is it? एक परफेक्ट एंटरप्राइज एई में तुम क्या देख रहे हो? आई वेंट थ्रू द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, बहुत सारी, he or she has to wear multiple hats, but then again, what is it that you look for primarily uh, in a ideal candidate, है ना?
I will tell
कैसा
you there are
कैंडिडेट
multiple
चाहिए तुमको?
factors. Yeah, there were
ओके.
multiple factors, and whenever I talk to a candidate, I drive the conversation around those factors. First, the relevant years of experience. For this particular role, we are looking for a higher experience, right? Not three
परफेक्ट.
years. It will be around like at least 5 years minimum and can go till 10 years. And of course, the compensation will
ओके.
be around according to that. That won't be a problem. So,
ओके.
minimum 5 and maximum 8. 5 to 8 will be ideal, to be honest, or 10 maximum,
ठीक है.
because these kind of roles doesn't comes with an experience. You can't be a fresher and do enterprise sales. It's very
No,
different,
you cannot.
right? So first is experience, 5 to 8 or 10 firstly. Second would be somebody with experience in like B2B SaaS. Second factor, because we come from that
Mhm.
background, it is important because it's hard to teach. Third, they should have worked for like they must have pitched to CXOs, the stakeholders, in the past experience, the VPs, the the directors and all. So they should know how to talk to them. uh Fourth would be working with large enterprise, right, with ticket
ओके.
size of minimum 80K dollars to maybe 200K or 300K dollars. So high ticket size,
ठीक
large
है.
on the clients, right? Fourth would be if they have worked on a similar chatbot product that we are working in, automation product. Five factors. Yeah, that is what I. Lastly, US enterprise. US is important. US.
Hmm. Yes, somebody who knows how to, crack an enterprise deal, um, starting from outreach. Am I getting this correct, or is the
End to
person
end.
solely would? Okay, this is end to end? Yeah. So starting from outreach to then getting a meeting with them, even before that, before the outreach, finding out the right person whom to
Prospecting,
reach
lead
out, the
generation, all of it. Yeah.
champion. Yeah, finding the champion inside the organization. This requires experience. I mean, you cannot get enterprise accounts just like
Exactly.
that. Yeah, it's a long
True.
process, but yeah, got your point. Perfect, Apura. ठीक है. Okay. um I have a few candidates waiting in line. I'll start inviting. Okay, and
Great.
after you have heard and have had a brief chat with every candidate,
Hmm.
we can pause maybe or something and have a voice call and everything, and then you can, at the end, you can let us know who are the people that you're moving forward with.
Done.
Perfect. ठीक है.
Perfect. Yeah.
Let us begin. Please welcome. I'll present the first candidate named Saranya. So I'll invite Sharanya here. Sharanya. Okay, Sharanya is on the stage. Sharanya, introduce yourself and maybe within a couple of minutes, try to pitch yourself. इस तरीके से अपने आप को introduce करो कि अपूर्वा को ऐसा लगे कि बस दिस इज द कैंडिडेट, इसको मेरे को हायर करना है और आगे लेके जाना है, ठीक है. सो पिच योरसेल्फ एंड इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ इन सिमिलर मैनर. Go ahead, I'll mute
All
myself.
right. All right. Thank you, Akshay. Thank you for having me here today. And Apoorva, it's nice meeting you. And
Same
Akshay,
here.
I'll try my best to make a hard sale here. So yeah, wish me
Go for
luck.
it. Go for it.
All
Yeah.
right. Hey Apoorva, my name is
Hi.
Saranya, and I'm a sales account executive and a founding member in a startup called as High Performer. And I come with like over 8 years of experience. I hope like I'm not crossing that limit which you have set for the overall experience. So I come with 8 years of experience and over like 6 years in SaaS sales, B2B specifically. And I started as an SDR, and over the years, like in my previous organization, I have traveled through different job positions, promotions, and I was a full-time AE there. And with the current organization here again, I'm a full-time AE. I do all the outbound activities, starting with prospecting, sourcing leads, prospecting, reaching out to them, setting up meetings, and whatnot, like taking them through the demos, all the negotiation contracts, and to the closure. So this is me. Should I be adding anything?
I would love to know about your experience in US, if possible. The kind of, I would say, the industry you have catered to. If you can
Okay,
help me.
perfect. Yeah. So
Sorry to interrupt, Saranya. Before you, do that, and this can be a long conversation. To you know, really impress Apoorva, highlight any specific accounts, any specific achievements, something that you have done out of the box, like for this enterprise I've I did this, and I had a word with this guy, and then he led me to this guy, and then some, I closed like
get it.
100,000 or $1 million deal, or any achievement that you could possibly think of that can put you forward as a great candidate. That should be a great, and anyone who is listening here, this should be a good um, place to highlight yourself. Do that, and then answer Apurva's question, please. I'm sorry, Apurva, to interrupt.
No worries. Yeah.
Sure thing, Akshay. So maybe first I'll just go with Apoorva's question. So Apoorva, like I have worked in different markets, and if you'd ask me in my overall experience, I have about 3+ years in US market, and even in my current role, like since it's a startup, there is no defined geography that's assigned. Like we are very small team. Like I directly work with my founders. So it's like any we also have like a couple of SDR. So whoever books meeting, like if any of our calendars are open for it, like it will be scheduled on our calendar, so there is like no limits on that. So that's how like I work across markets currently here in High Performer. And to talk about like what achievements that I'm proud of, like when it comes to enterprise deals, I'm sure Akshay might have seen this in a couple of situations, or other sales folks who are here. Like we'll be hoping so much on a particular deal, that we have like captured the right ICP and the decision makers, and we are kind of traveling through that negotiation and all the discussions. And there'll be like but there'll be a stop, and you don't know what's happening. So in that cases, like what really helped me is something like a parallel threading. Like we know in sales we call it as like talking to multiple people in particular organization, so we call it parallel threading.
Mhm.
So that something has helped me in so many cases where I felt like maybe the deal is slipping out of my hand, and I kind of trying to parallel it with like other DMs or other folks on the decision making team. So that has like helped me in a few cases. And I think like I want to also highlight like in 2023, when we really had like the economic recession, and it was really impacting the sales functions altogether across different organizations and markets. So I was in an outbound team, and it was not so easy to even get a meeting, because everybody is like our budgets are freeze, like frozen, and we don't have like interest to switch to any new tool, something like that. It all happened all wherever I kept knocking the door. So in that case, what then I did is that I suggested to my manager, okay, hey, see, outbound is not working for now. Any new people that I'm reaching out to, they are just asking me to go away. So this is not working. What we could do is that maybe since like that organization was almost like 2 to 3 years old, they had like a decent inbound pipeline and a good resource of the leads that was received, but eventually they went cold. So what we did, that
Mhm.
I suggested pulling up that resources all together and scheduling a campaign specifically for them, One reason is that they already know what the product is because they have commerce like sometime in the back, so
Right.
they know it's not going to be like a cold outreach. So that really helped us cover that complete resistance for almost like 2 quarters. So that is something like one of my achievements in my early AE stints.
Great. Pretty amazing. Nice.
Thanks. And
Akshay, I think you're on mute.
you're on mute, Akshay.
Sorry. Apura, anything else you would like to ask Saranya
I
for
would
now?
love
Or
to,
yeah.
yeah, like ask what was the ticket size you worked for?
Okay. So, be it my current firm or in the previous role where I was an AE, like my deal size would average about like, 12 to 15 K ARR.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And the company you told, High Performer, right?
Hmm.
So what was
Yeah.
the product about? A little bit on that, 2 lines on that.
Sure thing. So initially, it was started as a social media publishing and scheduling platform. But off late, we had a breakthrough maybe 6 months back. We kind of majorly work on LinkedIn, and we became the one of the major LinkedIn signal aggregators. Meaning, it helps all the sales team, all the GTM peoples on the LinkedIn signals of your prospects who are like actively exploring a tool or who are actively engaging with a competitor. And there are many such use cases. So we give the signals to be the salespeople or even the marketing folks.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I think I'm done with my questions. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Apurva. Thank you, Sharanya. Okay,
Thanks, Akshay.
I'll invite the next candidate. Thank you so much, Saranya. You can expect keep stay in the stream, and at last we'll announce who we are moving forward with. Yeah. Okay. Another candidate, we have someone named Kunal. Uh, okay,
Okay.
Kunal is on the stage now. Kunal, very quickly pitch yourself and introduce yourself to Apurva. Will not spend like a lot of time. So,
Yeah,
Kunal,
sure. So hi Akshay,
make it
hi
quick.
Apoorva. Yeah. So this is
Hey, hi,
Kunal here.
Kunal.
So I have 4 years of experience and I am a tech guy turned into a sales specialist. So I've been into sales from past 2 years. So in the first year, I have worked on my own freelancing business. So here I have worked with clients from like Israel, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, and US as well. So that I have done it by single-handedly. I have close clients from the foreign clients. And in the past 1 year, I'm working in a startup called SenseCraft. So here they have SaaS product in the marketing as well as in the HR field. So as a founding sales specialist, I have built a sales pipeline more than 1 crore in just 8 months and built and have done meeting with 100 plus meetings with like top companies. I can't name it here, but yeah, that's all from my side. I know like you are looking for
Great.
someone who has 4 year, 5 year experience. So I don't have it, but like with my energy and passion, you can see it. Yeah.
No worries. I think it's all about the passion that you bring in. A couple of questions, I think, around that same lines. I want to understand, uh, have you specially catered to US market, or as I told you, it was multiple countries for you?
The company I'm currently working for, or when I was working on a freelancing
All
business,
over,
like
all over. You can tell me
all over. Yeah, I've
completely.
worked mainly in the US market at that time. Yeah, perfectly. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
I was
it.
not reaching out to
And
Indian clients. Yeah.
ticket size?
And the ticket size I'm working on now, it's like around $20K to beyond that, like 30K,
20
40K
to
sometimes.
50.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And tell me about the company right now you're working with, what they do, the product.
So yeah, the product they have in the HR space, so they are helping
Mhm.
companies to reduce the manual time spent in the resume processing. Like what happens is that the recruiter go into the if some recruitment agency, they have the ATS, right? And in some
Mm.
recruitment agency, they don't have an ATS. So the companies who have ATS, the parsing of the data is not accurate. So we help them to parse the data. In some companies it happens manually, so we help them parse the data accurately, and it saves a tremendous amount of time in that whole process, and they can easily do search on their own database. On their own database, they can find which candidate to look for. And it's also based on semantic suggest something, that if I'm looking for, let's say if I'm looking for AI engineer, it can also
Mm.
suggest who is the NLP engineer. So because recruiter don't know which keyword to use, so it can also give the suggested
Okay.
keyword, the context based keyword. So it's the HR space product. So it's the SaaS product they're building on. Yeah.
Great. Uh, got it. I think I'm done with my questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you so much,
And
Kunal.
thank
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm searching for Chintan. If Chintan's online, please check your Gmail. I've already sent you an invite. Um, okay. We'll invite one more candidate. His experience might not be very closely aligned, but
Okay.
I still want to give Biplab a chance.
Sure, sure,
Okay.
sure. Let's do it.
Okay, Biplab. Now is your turn. Unmute yourself and yeah, turn on the camera and pitch yourself. Go ahead.
Hello, am I audible? Am I visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hi Apurva, hi Akshay,
Hey,
good
hi.
evening. So, first of all, thanks a lot, Akshay, for hosting this. It's really very interesting and intriguing. So, coming to myself, right? I have been working as a project manager as well as a business analyst for quite a long time. It's been around 4 years of experience that I bring. I've completed my
Okay.
education in the domain of my BTech was in the domain of technology, whereas I completed my MBA as into HR and finance. But my career graph has been much more directed towards customer handling, customer management, as well as client relationship. One thing that has been the highlight throughout my career has been relationship building, wherein not only do I have to talk with clients, but I also have to ensure that they are in that headspace wherein I can win their confidence. Working as a banker in one of my previous organizations as well, my day-to-day experience has been 90% of the client operations and client success. Moreover, I also have worked within the B2B SaaS space, which is one of the requirements as well, wherein I have been
Okay.
much more in the, from a domain of a product or a business analyst guy, but the interaction with the clients has been very, very much, you know, rampant at that point in time, understanding the requirements as well. This is more about me, the way my career has spanned throughout, and I would like to, open the floor for any questions, if any.
Got it. Okay, thanks, Biplab. Okay, actually, I want to understand again the same questions. The market that you worked for, was it a US market, Indian market, Europe, APAC? What was it?
I worked for US market as well as the KSA market, the Saudi market, Middle East rather.
US and Saudi. Okay. And you told me that you have worked on the customer side, the project management and business analyst. So you have not done enterprise sales as such, right?
No, my experience towards the business development has been, I mean, to be very honest with you, it's not there on a professional way, but I do have my own freelancing as well. So while I am doing
Okay.
freelancing, uh, I work as a freelance content writer. So as a part of freelance content writing, the outbound sales or the outreach that's required is something that I take care of, since nobody else does it. So that is something that I bring some amount of pro bono experience, is what I can say.
Got it. Last question would be like you mentioned that you have a little bit of B2B SaaS experience, right? That's where you're
Yes.
currently working. So what's the company about in terms of product, what they do, what they cater to? Little bit on that.
So the company, I mean, the company is a small startup company, and the products that they are much more focused into, they have worked into AI chatbots, and the product that
Okay.
I was mostly focusing or rather taking care of was a B2B saloon platform. So a B2B saloon platform that can help not only to onboard the uh, not only to onboard the saloon owners, but can also be outsourced to other technological companies who want to resell it later on. So it was much more on a B2B model, I mean, sorry, SaaS model.
Yes, okay. Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I think though you don't have a direct experience in enterprise, but little bit here and there you have done something around customers. So yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Apurva, just a small favor from our side. If I understand the varied experiences and Biplab cannot might not be a great fit for this role. But if you can help Biplab refer uh, to
Sure.
anyone within your organization. Biplab has locomotive disability, if I'm getting it correct,
Okay.
and it is very crucial for him to land like a fully remote job. He cannot go physically and work somewhere. So any help from your side
Sure.
would be highly I knew already that the experience is not perfectly aligned with this role for Biplab, but I still wanted to give him a chance
No,
if
no,
you
I
can
think it's
help him refer.
great,
Yeah.
that you did that. And Biplab, I would say definitely. I have few friends who are already in business analyst role in few of the companies, and I think that's kind of remote. I have to just figure that out. I will definitely refer you. Just do one favor, Akshay. Just you can just ping me his resume. I will directly refer him to one of the companies in Gurgaon. I think that's more probably remote, and their offers other way around also. Definitely, Biplab, and yeah, good luck to you.
Highly, highly, highly appreciated,
No
Apoorva.
worries, no worries.
Even if I forget or miss out by any chance to share it with you, Biplab, directly reach out to Apoorva on LinkedIn and connect
Sure, sure, Biplab, please. Yeah.
with a personalized note. Yeah, amazing. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting another candidate, Chintan, but he's
Okay.
not responding from for some reason. But
No worries.
yeah, if he's not, he has missed the opportunity. So, anyways, um, I don't have any more people, Apurva. Um I was expecting a couple more, but then again, they missed it. They missed it. So we should be able to end this here. You now, if you want, we can connect and uh, have a quick chat, and then come back and announce who we are taking forward, who we are considering, and who we are. Okay, there's one more guy who I would like to present. He has just joined in. His name is Mihir. Just have a look at the profile and go ahead, Mihir. I'll invite you on the stage. Yeah, yeah. You can now present yourself and pitch yourself. Go ahead. I'll mute.
Hi Akshay, hi Apoorva. How are you guys doing?
Hey, hi, hi. We are good.
Great to see that. So basically, I come from a sales background, but majorly it has been B2C, as I told Akshay. I come from an engineering background myself. I mostly cater to domestic markets. I consider myself someone who would be very curious about things. So sometimes would even take up new challenges, new things that I would like to automate using even writing code. So apart from being into sales, I'm someone who is really passionate about tech as well. So
Hmm.
specifically when it comes to Gen AI, when it comes to transformers, when it comes to any kind of fine tuning of AIs, I keep up with the market, what is going on. So that's why I was really interested in this opportunity altogether. Uh, when it comes to Trooper, made a lot of sense. Thus I'm here.
Great. Okay. Um, can you tell me a little about the company that you work for? I know it's B2C,
hmm
but let me know what exactly they do, what they cater to. Do they have a product or how does that work?
So currently I'm working with Scalar Academy. So
Oh, scale.
it's in the
Scale. I know the word.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in the edtech space, mostly deals with
Hmm.
full stack development products, data science, machine learning, AI, machine learning. And currently, I'm also doing one of their own very own courses, like the
Okay.
software development program. So since it got my curiosity.
Great, great, great. Okay. Can you tell me you on the sales role, right? That you're working
Correct.
as a
Yeah.
salesperson. Okay. Okay. Tell me the ticket size that you cater to.
So it would be in INR, it would be somewhere close to 3,69,000. Dollars, somewhere close to 4 to 5,000 US dollars.
Got it. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think that's about the role. And how many total years of experience you have?
So I come with somewhere close to 4 years of experience. In the
Oh,
beginning, apart from the experience, I also did, did have a chance to run my own startup. Worked
oh,
with some
nice.
NLP and AI based companies as well there as well. So yeah, that's about the experience part.
Got it. Great. Yeah, that's my question made. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just a quick note to anyone else who joins in. Abrar, I have one more guy, Abrar, who will pitch. Um, Stuff that Apoorva already mentioned. Try to highlight your experience. The ticket size she has mentioned multiple times. So try to highlight that to in order to make this really quick. Ticket sizes you have worked on, specific experience in sales, enterprise sales if applies. And yeah, try to highlight that. Thank you so much, Mihir. We'll let you know
Thanks, Mihir.
Yeah. Thanks, Akshay. Thanks, everyone.
on the same call itself. Yeah, so stay tuned. Yeah. Okay, Abrar, your move, man. Go ahead and pitch yourself, present yourself, and yeah, I'll mute.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Abrar.
Hi, Akshay. Hi, Apoorva. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Let me begin with thanking Akshay. He's doing a fantastic job connecting two different polar opposite people. So that's all. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Abrar, and I have more than 8 years of experience in sales. Uh, I did my graduation in engineering. After that, I took over my father's pharma store. In that space, I have like more than about 6 years of experience, and I'm working in for a startup called Abound Corporation since 2023. So this is my second year. Now, what Abound does is mainly works in the space of SEO. We serves SMB, small and medium businesses. I
Mm-hmm.
mainly cater to those clients who are struggling with mapping themselves or navigating themselves on the marketing space, who are having difficulties to enable themselves or making themselves seen to the customers who are unaware of their existence.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, the ticket size it starts from 8,000, like it starts from 899 per month. It's a recurring ticket size for a year. It's like basically it's like a subscription.
INR?
So it starts from no, it's USD.
USD. Okay.
Yeah. So it starts from there, and at the most, it goes to the 3,000 plus USD per month. So you can multiply it by 12.
36. Got it. Okay. So tell me the countries that you've catered to. Is it the US market, Indian market, APAC, Saudi? How's it?
We mostly cater to US market only.
Okay, great.
And after working as a BDM for like 6 months, I was promoted as a sales director, in which I was given a chance to interview and train several salespeople who were of Canadian citizens and US citizens, and some of them were Indians as well. I
Hmm.
was also involved in many cross-functional responsibilities involving marketing or and growth and how the company should move forward.
Got it. So for this particular company, Abound, you joined them almost couple of months back only, right?
Uh, to be exact, uh, mid-December 2023.
Okay. And before that, all the last 8 years, the
I was working for myself in a pharma store. I own a pharma store. So, in which I was involved in everything, right from training staff for other pharma store people to handling my finances, the itinerary, all the legalities of these stores as well.
got it. Just a second.
In the meanwhile, Akshay, if you have any questions for me.
No questions, Abrar.
Yeah,
Yeah, Apoorva is here.
I'm back. Sorry for that. Okay. Got it. I think I got to understand, Abrar. I think I've covered everything. You've worked for Abound. It's a B2B company, right?
Yes.
B2B. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's it. I got an understanding. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Abrar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abrar. Okay. Yeah. All right. Apoorva. Um,
Yes.
we'll take a moment. If you can turn your uh, mic and camera off for just for a moment, uh, we will let you know what is it. That is the decision of Apoorva.
Sure.
All right. Uh, I think we've made the decision. Apoorva has made the decision, not me. She'll announce who we are moving forward with. So yeah, go ahead, Apoorva.
Okay. Firstly, a quick appreciation for Akshay. Thanks a lot for conducting this call. It's very new. I am really hopeful that it blows the internet. If not with with my episode, with somebody else episode. So very good job that way. Okay, I will thank all of you, Saranya, Kunal, Biplab, Mihir, Abrar. Thanks a lot for taking out time, and thanks a lot for pitching, you guys. It takes guts to come on an online platform and pitch yourself so hard and like listen to the feedback. So very thankful that you guys have joined up. You guys have a lot of experience, and you all are very senior to me. So a lot of respect for all of you. Thanks a lot for that. Everybody comes up with their own experience, right? I will start with Kunal. Kunal, you're very young, and the kind of energy you have with 2 years of experience, it's crazy. So I will definitely see if we have something in that corner for you with that years of experience. So that way, Biplab, I really personally liked his experience in project and business analyst. It's an emerging role, Biplab. So you're going in the right direction. Firstly, I have a personal, I would say. Uh, I would definitely live for you in one of the companies. My friends work as a business analyst. She's in a good company. Definitely, I will pitch you there. Meher, you have also good experience, but it's mostly B2C. So that's little not relevant to us because it's very different from how B2B market works. And Abra, you have like worked for your own venture. It takes guts to start a job there. So great job, man. And of course, the kind of experience we wanted, it's more of like core experience in B2B, which is kind of lacking in Abrar. And lastly, Saranya. I would say she's very close to what we are looking. So, Saranya, great. Of course, a few things that I will closely talk to you over a call. Maybe the tickets and everything. But I think for me, it's Saranya. So, Saranya, I really personally liked you. So, congrats. Definitely, we can take the conversation further. I will definitely, take it from Akshay, and then we will have a detailed conversation and see what next steps we can do with you, right? So you're very close to what I was looking to. So yeah, Great job, Saranya.
Thank you so much, Apoorva, for coming here, for listening to the candidates, and for selecting Sharanya. Sharanya, congratulations. You are moving
Yes.
forward. You can expect to hear from Apoorva. Even if people are not here, I was expecting a few more people. People are not here. That's okay. Whenever you look at this episode, and if the position still happens to be open, you can reach out to Apoorva later on. But yeah, for now, from this episode, and they already have their own hiring methods and processes already in place. So ऐसा नहीं है कि इसमें से ही एक जन को सिलेक्ट करके हायर कर देंगे. You are competing with other candidates also.
Right, right.
So uh, yeah, but anything, if you discover this episode recently and you want to reach out to Apoorva, feel free to do that. If the position would be open, you'll be considered, and you're a fit, you'll be considered. If not, uh, next episode में कोई और opportunity के साथ, we'll try to get you hired. But thank you so much, Apoorva. Loved it. This was
Thanks
a
a lot,
great
Akshay.
session.
Same here, same here. Lovely talking to you. Lovely talking to all the people that came up for this great initiative, Akshay. And
Thank you.
good job, good job.
Okay, thank you so much, Apoorva. We'll wrap it up. Um, one last thing, ठीक है. एक ऐसी चीज you would want to share with every job seeker out there as a hiring manager, one piece
Okay.
of advice. मेरा ऐसा मानना है पर्सनली कि किसी के भी साथ मैं बात करूँ ना, उनके साथ से उनमें से एक चीज सीखनी चाहिए. Even if that's a kid, even if that's like 70-80 year old,
Cool.
everybody has something to offer. If you can help us learn one thing, career, life, overall, in general, what would
Okay.
that be?
A lot to learn, a lot to say, but
Just one. You have just one slot. Yeah.
yeah, thanks for pushing me on
Yeah.
that spot. But I would just say career-wise, because I come from a recruitment experience, I understand that market is down. It's little difficult to get the right job, but I would say that pitch yourself smartly. It's okay that you don't come with most relevant experience. It's fine. But you need to know how to pitch yourself smartly. I think that's the best sales pitch you can do. May it be any domain,
Yeah.
right? So you should know what strength you bring in, what company is doing, and how you can fit in. Nobody knows what person will do and do the magic when he enters, but you should know that how smartly you can be a right fit to them. So be very smart while pitching yourself. Tailor your resume a little bit if you can. That's also not needed every time. But when you talk to a recruiter, give your best shot, right? And follow up.
True.
Follow up is the power. I've given jobs to people. My founder has given jobs to the people who were not good. But they consistently pitched themselves so hard that we thought, okay, he's trying so hard. Let's give a shot. And the people outperform. So please, please, please smartly pitch yourself and keep following up. Don't be like do it every day, but you should know how to do it. That's an art. So
Exactly.
follow up and smartly pitch yourself. I think that will take you way, way long in corporate. Yeah, that's my advice.
Thank you so much for this, and I totally agree with you. Follow up is the key. If
It is.
Yeah, follow up is the key. I currently am documenting my job search journey, and I'm ruthlessly following up. Doesn't mean that I send like 5 emails a day or something, but follow up has power.
It
I'm
has.
documenting my journey. It has proven success if you do it right. Okay,
That's
Apoorva,
the
I'll let
art.
you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
so
here.
much.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, everyone. Thanks a lot, Akshay. See you very soon. Thank you, guys. And Saranya, I
Likewise.
will surely reach out to you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. बंद कैसे करते हैं इसको?